We have a major update about the future of the Baltimore Orioles, involving some recent comments that owner David Rubenstein had at the spring training complex in Florida. What could this mean for the future of the team? Welcome to Orioles Digest. I'm your host, Kam Brice. And like I say in every video, before you do anything, hit that subscribe button. If you are part of this percentage, let's change that today. I'm giving you daily updates about the Baltimore Orioles every single day that you don't want to miss. The Baltimore Orioles started their official team workouts today in Sarasota, and David Rubenstein had some interesting comments about the future aspects of the Orioles organization. David Rubenstein was asked a question from a reporter about the financial limit Baltimore Orioles have. He said, and I quote, "I don't have a financial limit. We want to put the best team on the field we can, and we don't have a constraint by saying there's a certain amount of money we'd spend." So in this video, we're going to talk all about David Rubenstein's comments in Sarasota. We're going to get into the future implications about the Baltimore Orioles, and if we could possibly see an extension for Adley Rutschman or Gunnar Henderson coming very soon. David Rubenstein is willing to keep increasing the payroll every single year. Now, what we can take from that quote is Rubenstein is willing and committed to this team for the long run. He wants to develop players and put money into this team that forwards them into the best position for a World Series championship. Now, we know the Baltimores have never been the most luxurious MLB team, but now that you have an owner who's willing to come out in the public and say, I'm willing to spend any amount of money, it doesn't matter. We don't have a price tag. So if I take a look at my notes, Orioles 15th in the MLB in payroll. Remember when they were ranked dead last in the MLB in payroll behind the Oakland Athletics, even though they had a way more talented roster? That was David Rubenstein. Hey, they still rank fourth in the AL East in payroll. That's kind of hard when you have the Toronto Blue Jays, Boston Red Sox, and the New York Yankees, who are a bigger market team with more money to spend. Since 2023, they have had a 120% jump in payroll. That's one of the largest in MLB history and the largest in Orioles franchise history. So it's obviously that David Rubenstein is doing something, increasing the ballpark, bringing in more talent, keep allowing Mike Elias to develop these young players. He's doing everything for the future of this team. Even though most people might not agree with it, they have to look through their thin lens and see what he's doing right now. I believe he's a good owner. I'm so happy that he took over for John Angelos, and the future is going to be bright. But for right now, David Rubenstein is the owner for the Baltimore's for a very long time, and I'm so happy that he allowed this franchise to move in the right direction. David Rubenstein also has some comments about extensions, and we're going to take a deep dive into that. Now, Jake Real Orioles reporter from MLB.com said in the article he asked David Rubenstein about potential extensions for Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, and all the young stars that the Baltimore Orioles have. In his article, it says a hot topic surrounding the Orioles in recent years is, are they willing to extend these young players that they have? They've built tremendous core of Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westburg, Grayson Rodriguez, and more. But Rubenstein said it'd be great if he can sign these young players to long-term contracts. But it takes a while to do it. People don't realize it takes a while for general managers and agents to be on the same path. A lot of people just cannot have extensions like Bobby Wood Jr., Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, and like all these top players out the blue. Look at the Toronto Blue Jays. Vlad Jr. is not going to sign with them. They've been looking for extension for the past 4 to 5 years, and they have yet to get one. So what does that say about the Baltimore Orioles? Obviously, David Rubenstein is in talks with Scott Boras and Adley Rutschman agent about signing an extension. But at the same time, it comes down to the players and the agents and the direction they want to go to. And it seems like Adley and Gunnar are not focused on extensions, not about their contracts for the future, but they're focused on this team winning the World Series this year. And that's the key, most important thing. And when the time comes for David Rubenstein, Mike Elias, and his team to sit down with Adley, Gunnar, and all these young players to talk about extensions, it will come. For right now, they're focused on the spring and they're focused on building this team into a world championship team this season in 2025. Now, he did have lunch with Adley and Gunnar, but it was a more casual note. He didn't want to talk about extensions. He just wanted to see their direction they're going into 25 season, how they're feeling, family, etc. What a great owner. When have we ever seen John Angelos do anything like this? David Rubenstein is a player's owner, so we don't know much about the extensions for Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman. But one thing that we do know is David Rubenstein wants to keep these players on this team for the long term. So trust in his process. A deal will be coming in the next couple years. It will come very soon. It could come this offseason or it could come next season. We never know. Why does this year feel a little different for the Baltimore Orioles? This year feels a little different, doesn't it, guys and gals? For me, I just feel like these players have came into this spring with a different type of attitude. If you look on Twitter, if you look on YouTube, all these players' interviews and spring training, they just have a chip on their shoulder and they want to prove everyone wrong. I think the failures from Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson in the playoffs really stuck with them throughout the whole offseason. And they're just ready to hit the ground running in 2025 and have another MVP, an all-star season, and get to the playoffs once again and finally prove everyone wrong. Another guy to talk about is Jordan Westbrook. He's going to feel like the team's leader this year. I know a lot of people want Adley and Gunnar to take that next big step as that big guy in the clubhouse, but Jordan Westbrook has that type of ability to control every single person on that field. He's the main guy on the infield to control everyone besides Gunnar Henderson. So Westbrook and his commitment to building a championship team and getting the clubhouse ready every single day, I think he's going to be that guy to push these guys over the edge. I expect him to have an all-star season. If he can stay healthy, and I know Jordan Westbrook is going to stay healthy this year, he'll be one of the best third basemen in the league. He was one of the best third basemen in the league last year, but a freak injury happened and he won the IL. I don't expect that anymore. I think the Baltimores will be fully healthy this season. I really believe this season we'll see a full team effort. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Jordan Westbrook, Jackson Holliday, Kobe Mayo, Colton Cowser, Heston Kjerstad, all these guys stepping up consistently because that's what the Baltimore Orioles need. Consistent play from their stars every single game. You don't have to go 4 for 4. You can go 0 for 4, but as long as you get on base, provide great defense, and help your team in winning positions, that's what really matters. It's no more Gunnar Henderson. You have to take over every single game. Adley Rutschman, we need you to be perfect. The younger guys, the older guys, they have to come together, step up, because it's time for this team to win in 2025, and they have to be better than they were last season. So today we talked about David Rubenstein comments about Gunnar Henderson, about the payroll. We got into what a possible extension could be coming soon. As I said before, if you want to rewind in the video, I don't think an extension will happen this season, but hey, we never know. Anything can happen in the MLB world now. Today, we got into what the Baltimore Orioles should do in 2025 and how I feel like this team is more motivated than ever. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest. Hit that subscribe button. Come join Orioles Digest. I'm giving you daily updates about the Baltimore Orioles every single day that you don't want to miss. From Orioles Digest, I'm your host, Kam Brice.